Okay, so here we are with the finished prototype for the four-way touchscreen. The panel ended up pretty large. This is, just normal one-to-one hand. So we have 4 panels, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are touch sensitive. The lines you see here are actually on the piece of paper underneath it, which are there to make it easier to see. So as you can see, the glass is it's clear glass. You can see a little bit of the etching when I hold it up like that. Works really well, and I'll put it back down right now, and you can touch it. So we have the strap holders attached to the bottom of the glass. These you just put straps through to hang it onto the monitor. Down here we have some little blue feet that you can kind of see that will hold it away from the monitor. It's the same plastic that the straps are made from, so it'll be the same height. Inside the rubber edging is the wiring that runs through it. From the wiring there are terminals that connect to the glass panels. This is how it actually does the sensing. The glass is coated with an electrically conductive coating, and you just take one of the wires through one of these little terminals and it will follow through. Every single one of these wires is ground insulated against each other, which is why we have a big thick cable for 4 elements, because there's a ground between each and every one of them so they don't bang against each other in the long parallel cable. There is also ground lines running in those channels. There are now some channels etched between the 4 sections, and those are ground lines to contain the fields that it uses to sense the detection. Because it is a capacitive touchscreen, it uses basically capacitive EM fields, and without the ground lines in between them, it will sense the entire piece of glass, so that keeps them under control and good. And you can kind of feel it. It's not really a big deal, especially since there's only 4 of them. Not really a problem. Alright, so moving along on our tour, the cable comes out of the side. It's just kind of just pops out the side, not really a big deal to it, and goes to our control unit through this very nice adapter into the control unit, which has 2 mode switches. This one is for legacy mode, which right now is off, being this will detect 4-way. All 4 touches are independent, and when you switch it to the other direction, it will take the left and right sides and combine them and send them to whichever output you want, whether it be keyboard or mouse. So that is for support of the older software that already exists. The back of it, we have a standard power connector, which is a 5-volt, and then the tails come out. Follow those around, which connect to the plugs that normally would go to the mouse and keyboard hookups. I don't have one of the mice and keyboards here, so it's going to my cute little test circuit, which you can see is lighting up like that. Of course, you can't see them in the same shot, which I am now going to try to do for you. Pulling it way back. Don't want the lens cap in the way. There you go. So you can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are independent. They're very quick. All of them will go, and they'll all turn off. Now we can change the mode to legacy mode. So now it will go 1, 2, 3, and 4, both directed to the same output. We can direct them to the other output if we like by flicking this switch. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, let me see if I can get it on the screen, 3, 4, all going to the lower outputs. Turn legacy mode off, and it goes back to normal operation regardless of the output switch. So that is the finished project for the 4-way touchscreen. This testing circuit, of course, is not part of the final project, as it would be hook up to existing equipment that will work off these plugs. And that is the final project. My name is Mark Sherman, University of Massachusetts at Lowell in the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department.